Hey NTX listeners, on this episode, from about 10 minutes to 45 minutes, we'll be reviewing the great Quentin Tarantino movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So if you haven't seen it yet, skip ahead to 45. And without further ado, here's episode 30. Hello and welcome to the NTX podcast. This is Big 30.
30!
Yay. Dirty 30. We got a special edition today. I'm Mateo.
I'm JT.
I'm D.
Welcome. Thanks for listening.
Classing it up today.
Yeah, so as we discussed
Last week, if you paid attention.
We tried to figure out what 30 was, what you do in your 30s. And what we decided is that you grow up a little bit and you stop drinking as much wine, or as much beer.
Oh.
And you
Switch to wine.
So that's what we're doing today. We're going to class it up.
In our solo cup here.
Yeah.
Because we're not fully grown up yet.
Plus, I don't know. I didn't trust the glass.
Well, they have plastic
around
ones.
Well, it's just the glasses around the electronic equipment.
I'm more worried about the instability of my solo cup. I'm going to be
That's
thunder gripping this.
Yeah.
So, shall we bust them out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's who are we not sponsored by on this special episode?
Ooh, she individually wrapped them in paper.
Look at that, so you don't break them.
I don't know what it is what. Here we go with the first one.
The first one is?
It's a bottle.
Double Black, Zinfandel.
Oh, you got my Zen. Excellent.
That's what somebody said to get.
Double Black.
Red Zen.
Are you sure we're not talking about Pornhub today?
Oh, man. We're already there.
Up next is whatever this is, Melodramatic.
Melodramatic.
It's a macabre. Is that how you say that?
Macabre. I believe macabre is probably correct.
From McFarland, California.
All right. Oh, yeah. Where's this one from? Paso Robles,
What's that?
California.
Oh. Those are the two that I have not had yet.
This bottle is terrifying.
I don't know. The Double Black has me scared, too.
Look at her face.
Oh.
Then this one I've had before. Big Six, it's a bourbon and wine infused Cab Sav, whatever.
Cab Sav.
Which is delicious.
Neat.
This might be my favorite wine so far that I've had out of like the 8.
The 8 wines.
So there we go.
That's who we're not sponsored by. Feel free if you're listening at home and you got a nice fire going and some dim lights
Fire
and a nice
in the
book.
summer.
Go ahead and crack open a bottle of something and join along.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a fun show, guys.
Sure.
What should we start with? I don't know. I think you're always supposed to end with cabs, but I don't know if that's a real thing.
Okay.
She said this one was fruity, I think. Should we start with that?
Sure. We'll
He
start
was
with that
pointing
one.
at JT when he said
I'm
that.
very fruity.
Well, bust that open.
No, you're the amateur,
I don't know how to
so
use
you gotta
that,
try it.
That wine opener.
You got your knife on?
No,
Yeah.
Sorry, this is gonna be fun for the audio portion.
So I'm going to give a play-by-play. Currently, there's an open knife and a bottle of wine. D is peeling off
I'm gonna do it without the knife.
without
The
tools.
shit that's on top. Oh, look, you got it.
Do everything in the mic. It's a nice.
Boom.
Yeah.
nice
This
little
is
thing.
really turning into ASMR.
That's what I'm saying. Now, what you got to do is right before it releases, you got to really put some in it. Although they say that you're not supposed to do that because it bruises the wine, but I want that pop.
I'm
Bruises
scared
the
to
wine.
do this over my own couch
I don't think.
Why?
Apparently,
I've
that's
seen
a thing.
some shit.
and audio equipment. Has it though?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Someone's vomited on it.
That's true.
You got the jumping jack man. He's in his 10-point stance,
Oh, God. Good thing there's no wine.
and he's
There.
pulling. He's levering. Oh,
That's almost out. We've reached the end.
there it is.
There
that
it
little
is. Bitch pop.
Spit on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
All right, host man.
Go ahead, host man.
Oh.
Host us.
Pour the wine. Are you gonna do a taster and make
Yeah.
sure that everything's okay?
Make sure I don't die.
Okay.
I love the sounds.
You're supposed to smell it, right, and swirl.
Yeah, swirl and smell.
Oh, I like the smell.
Does it smell like wine?
Yeah.
Is it a red wine or a white wine?
It's red.
You're an asshole. Well, how was y'all's week?
That's good.
God damn it.
I like that wine.
You wanna pop the cork back in there in case it gets knocked over?
Lost the cork. I'm gonna have some more, actually.
Yeah, I'm only on the L on my solo cup.
Oh yeah, I'm too.
It smells like wine.
Even now you task me.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So, sorry. Yeah.
That is wine.
I've already spilled wine on my pants.
Would you like assistance?
Me too. Yeah.
You know how to shove a cork in that hole.
I do. I do know how to put the bung back in the thing. So did I tell you about my arrogant wineness that
Yes.
I went through last week?
But let's hear it.
Oh, God.
God. And that's why I don't know. I don't know what to go with that.
That's why we don't do wine on the podcast.
Hey,
Well-
cheers, boys, to 30. Drinking wine out of solo cups, I think, is the appropriate way to bring in 30. That is wine. So,
you like it, D? You seem to be not liking it.
struggling a little bit.
We're fine.
We're fine. We're going to get there.
Yep.
So, wifey and I had our second anniversary over the weekend. And as you do on anniversaries, I took her out to a nice dinner. And we went to a fancy establishment. And normal etiquette when you're drinking wine at a restaurant is the waiter will pull it out, they show it to you, they open it in front of you, they let you smell the cork, and then they will pour a little 1 ounce pour in so you can swirl around and make sure it's okay. So I consider myself not cultured, but more cultured than some.
Yep.
But so I was like, I got this. I'm gonna play the role. I'm gonna do the thing. And I smelled and tasted this wine, and it tasted like sour shit. Like, it tasted bad. And I was like, oh, made this face, and I'm sure the waiter was probably like, this fucking yuppie. But I was like, I don't know about
I think
that
this is
one.
spoiled, sir.
Yeah, the grapes have gone bad. And wifey corrected me. She was like, well, it's a Pinot Noir, and oftentimes Pinot Noirs need to breathe. The initial taste has a lot of like punch or sourness or something like that.
Huh.
And she tasted it and she was like, yeah, that's how they taste. And I was like, oh.
Did it get better?
Yeah,
Or
it
was
did.
still
It got
garbage?
great. Now, I don't know if it's because it really affected my taste buds and then it sort of tasted good. Like, if you have a really peaty scotch, like, your first taste, it's going to be like sharpie and like you can't taste it.
You're eating grass.
Like, it tastes bad. But then, like, your mouth goes numb. And then it tastes really good.
It tastes like nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was that or if
Drinking lidocaine.
it probably just needed to breathe. But it ended up being okay. But I tried to be something I wasn't, and I got called out on it.
Quickly. Was that the first one that they brought up? How the dream dies quick.
It did. It did. But the rest of the dinner was great.
Good.
Nice.
What'd you have to eat?
I had a steak. It was a
Steak and potatoes?
steak and taters. We did have steak and taters, but the restaurant was kind of like a classical and Asian fusion kind of place. And so I had a Szechuan peppercorn crusted filet, which was good. It had like an Asian sauce kind of thing on it, which most people believe that you don't need to sauce up a good steak.
Right.
You probably didn't, but it was an interesting thing. And then wifey had some other type of steak. I can't
Amuse-bouche.
remember. Amuse-bouche?
Is that French?
Horse nerves. It was a good meal, though. It was a good meal. Great view. Better company.
Yeah. Indeed.
Live, laugh, love.
Something like that.
Gosh.
I'm feeling so full of love and warmth with this wine. This
Yeah.
is going to be a very warm and not hostile podcast.
Yeah, fuck you.
Will
Speaking of non-hostile,
Will my Chromecast survive this podcast?
It will, because it's not sitting on the front side of the TV.
All right, cool.
but yeah, speaking of hostility, shall we slip in
Yeah.
Jesus.
to Once Upon a Time?
That segue was so violent. I feel like you need to apologize and hug it out. Yeah, so as we teased last week, we're going to start doing movie reviews as our first segment. So this first one is a relatively recent one, so go ahead. If you have not seen
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
then stop listening now. We're going to do like a pre-stamp to let you know when you can come back in, but
That'll be
10 minutes
weird.
even is whenever we're starting out.
It's already been 10 minutes.
It's been 10 minutes. We had bits.
Nice.
10 minutes. Taking a little note here.
Okay.
And we're going to take turns hosting and choosing movies. So we'll tease the movie that we're going to do at the end of the week. And Matt,
I'm first up.
you're the host.
Okay.
So what'd you think?
I liked it. I'm a Tarantino fan. I didn't think it was his best movie, but it was enjoyable. It was almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of dialogue, but not difficult dialogue to follow, and then not much action there until the end.
Oh, jeez.
The
A lot of action there at the end.
the dialogue was easier to swallow than the N-word every other word.
Yeah.
Like his last couple of movies.
Yeah, with Django.
Which I don't know if there was any
Hateful Eight too.
in this one.
No.
No.
Not many colored actors, though.
I was going to say, were there any black actors? You can't say
Yeah.
colored.
Yeah. They're,
Well,
yeah.
that's what
but-
he said. But so there's Samuel L's in there, real
Mhm.
quick.
That's right.
And there's a couple like little ranch hand dudes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember if there was one in the family.
In the Manson family?
Yeah.
There wasn't one in the family. But-
You didn't see too many black hippies back in the day.
Right.
I think there were...
'Cause they
you
were
know,
Panthers.
yeah, there was like a... That was right around the same time
That's
that
a generic thing to
the...
say. My bad. But
right around the same time of the civil rights movement that was in
Yeah.
the 60s, right? So
Hmm.
as
Yeah.
things were coming more together and less segregated, there was also like the counterculture movements, I think, were pretty... it wasn't like they were enemies, but I think they all had their own thing that they were doing.
yeah.
And this is talking
Because
as...
it happened in 69.
Super generic. Yeah. Sorry.
Remember the
broad
date that it
statement,
happened,
guys.
kind of? Which is, I didn't think of that or even notice it until today when I was reading up a little bit about the murders.
Mhm.
So they happened on August 8th, 1969, which is today. August
Are you
8th.
shitting me? Wow.
The night of August 8th to August 9th.
Talk about a coincidence.
I did not even think of it. And I was reading like August 8th. Wait a minute. Today's August 8th. No way.
That's why we did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was totally planned, 100%.
Yeah.
It's a callback.
Which I guess I should have seen the ending coming, but I thought he was going to change it up history a little bit, but not quite like that.
Mhm.
I didn't see that necessarily coming, but I thought something to that effect would happen.
Yeah. And I said that going into it, that I thought he was... I mean, he's taken liberties with historical accuracies in movies. I mean, the most notable example is when they killed Hitler in a movie
Yeah,
theater.
but he still died in a way that maybe no one would know about because everybody in that theater died. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Which you mean he pretty much redid Inglourious Bastards in the movie with the flamethrower.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
But
that dude loves fire. He loves firing
Did,
some Nazis.
did you he calls it, I don't know if you saw this, but he called it Chekhov's flamethrower.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
That was... I didn't catch it in the theater, but I caught it
Yeah.
when I was reading online. I didn't catch it. Somebody pointed it out to me. That was very clever, but in a very on-the-nose way, which I think is kind of Tarantino's style.
Yeah.
He throws
Where-
a lot of little Easter eggs in there.
Yeah, that aren't as subtle as some people try and do stuff, but it's still very clever.
Yeah, like all of his movies are tied into the same universe.
Yeah. Like what's his name? Pretty much plays the same cowboy from the Hateful Eight. Got the long hair. He plays like just the ranch hand.
Yeah. Tex?
Yeah. No.
No, not Tex.
No. Like I forget his name.
Oh, the blind guy? The guy that was in the bed that he thought was dead?
No. Other guy.
Oh.
He's like an extra. Never mind.
Yeah, who are you talking about?
So he's in like Reservoir Dogs. He's in the Hateful Eight.
Michael Madsen?
Yeah. Yes.
He was in this one for a short bit of time.
Like,
think.
in the same outfit
Yeah.
as the Hateful Eight. Like,
Yeah.
everything. But thought the scenery, like the world building, was really cool.
Yeah.
Thought Leo's acting was on point.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a good actor to act as a failing actor who's actually still good at acting.
It always weirds me out when actors are acting in a movie. Like,
Yeah.
they're being actors
Yeah.
in their movie.
I loved his break when he first gets on set and he's like, line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, he's
That's
having a
so
rough
weird,
time.
Like, seeing that shit.
Because the first time that it comes in, you have no indication that it's actually they're filming the movie. Like,
Yeah.
and then
They
he
come in
breaks.
cold. Yeah.
I
That
thought
stuff's interesting. Yeah.
The whole camper or trailer scene was pretty cool. Or
With the mirror.
Yeah.
but all too relatable. Why'd you have to have 4 fucking whiskey sours?
yeah. When I was wondering what he was doing when he was making the drinks the night before that scene, because he was cracking eggs in glasses, and I was like,
Yeah.
Are you literally like drinking eggs so you don't have to eat? But no, that's the drink that he was making has eggs in it, and you shake it up to emulsify it to thicken it.
Yeah.
What was he making?
It was like
That's like a very old time drink.
It's like a
style
gin
too.
something or other.
Yeah.
We're getting some jet turbine noise from my computer here. I got to get it up off the.
Yeah.
I bet you won't be able to hear it. Now we will be able to, but before
Thanks.
we won't be able to hear it. Oh, there's my submarine that I'm gonna get.
Yeah, they're
Hey, if you'd come play GTA with us, you can get that submarine.
Oh yeah? Is it on the computer?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have one of those.
just downloading your iPad.
Oh yeah?
How long before? Well, actually, no. I know the answer to this is when Google Stadia comes out. We can put a pin in that and come back to that, but that's when you're no longer going to need any gaming hardware at all. Everything's going to be a streaming service. I loved all of the shots of the drive. Like, every time somebody came and went from that cul-de-sac, like, it was always panning kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Very ominous and foretelling. And, like, anybody... I told Goose and his wife before they went and saw the movie, I was like, hey, you should probably read up a little bit on what happened with the Manson murders.
Exactly.
Just
Whenever
so
I was watching the movie and they're like putting dates up there, I was like, man, I should have read about it a little bit before I saw it, just so these dates and times and stuff mean something to me.
I think the only thing that matters is that you know that in RL, in real life, Manson...
The outcome.
Yeah, the outcome.
Yeah.
That
Sent
Sharon
those four
Tate-
to go kill him, yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all you need to know to get it.
It'll help if you know who the players from the family are, because I knew
Yeah.
a few of them. I knew that was one dude and 3 girls. So.
Yeah. I like how we're all like teasing around, not trying to get to the end, because that's obviously like the best part of the movie is like the last 20 minutes. But the scene whenever he goes in to the cabin to check on the ranch hand or the guy who owned the ranch,
Man.
it was so tense.
That might have been one of the more tense moments in a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
At some Departed level.
And it's weird that it's
Thanks.
tense, and it's that scene. Like, it's not a scene where it's supposed to be tense, you know?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
builds the tension on just kind of like a little meeting
Yeah.
where you don't know what they're going to do because you don't know about them.
Yeah, like there's nothing really in, you know, if you know the stories of what happened with the Manson family, like that part wasn't in it. So you don't know what's going to happen. I think that Brad Pitt's character is the best character in the Tarantino universe.
Yeah, I agree.
He is so cool. He's so badass, but he's also so flawed because he definitely killed his wife.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I like that's. I feel like you're kind of I know the show or his bit is anti-heroes, and Brad Pitt's definitely an anti-hero, but you kind of are too, because at the end of the movie you're like, that dude he probably killed his wife, but I don't care because he's badass.
Yeah.
They spent the whole movie building up how much of a badass he was.
Yeah.
He fucking threw Bruce Lee into a car.
That was such a funny scene. What did he say? Like, I think all that kung fu shit, or these hands are registered as lethal weapons. It's like, I think that's just bullshit so you guys don't get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
And that whole scene and everything that happens like right after it, that's all
With the
one
wife
big
and stuff.
Yeah, that's one big flashback.
Yeah.
While he's sitting up on the roof just like thinking.
Yeah.
And you don't realize it's a flashback until
Yeah.
it comes back and you're like, and he's like, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
that was the perfect reaction. It's like, yeah, okay.
So there's some thoughts that, you know, it's obviously exaggerated because it's his
Oh,
flashback. But,
Yeah. It's true.
And
Right.
what exactly happened with the fight, if the fight even
That's a
happened.
good point.
But
I didn't even consider that.
that's
Yeah,
I just
and-
what I read on Reddit.
Or if Bruce Lee was as much. I thought it was surprising how much of a douche they made Bruce Lee look.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some people
but-
were upset with that whole scene about Bruce Lee, but
Well, and especially given how big Bruce Lee is to like martial arts and film,
Yeah.
and how much Tarantino draws inspiration from martial arts films, it's pretty. Yeah, I'm there too.
so what with the wine, we're just gonna all drink all 3 bottles, kind of a deal, or
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
See, yeah.
that works. Go through 1 bottle, let's get to the next one.
Yeah, let's try and pour it relatively the same all the way.
So hit the L's.
Yeah, hit the L's.
Problem is I can't see.
You know what's funny about traditional red Solo cups? These ones are exemptions, but the traditional ones, the rings on them indicate the pours.
Yeah.
So at the bottom of a normal red Solo cup is a shot,
Yeah.
the first lip, and then there's a wine pour and a beer pour. I love the sound.
Sorry.
To the bottom of the L?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word. Bottom of the L. Melodramatic, we're drinking right now. If you're wondering.
Sorry, guys.
The
Sounds so
macabre?
terrible.
Macabre?
No.
Macabre.
Yeah, macabre. Would you like me to look up the reviews on this wine?
No.
Maybe we can
Potentially.
do that after we
8
finish
stars.
up reviewing this movie. But yeah, how big of a role like kung fu and martial arts films of the past played into Tarantino's style.
He made a martial arts movie too.
Yeah, Kill Bill.
Yeah.
And I mean it's a kung fu movie.
Yeah.
And I think it was more of a kind of an homage to it, but at the same time, it really sets the tone because everybody knows who Bruce Lee is, and everybody knows that he's this like incredible fighter, badass kind of dude.
Yeah.
But the way that they played up to make him look like he's full of shit is hilarious to me.
Well, and plus, like you see him throughout the rest of the movie being a really nice guy,
Yeah.
which was, I think that plays more into what he was saying, like that. Maybe he wasn't as much of a jackass. It was just, I don't know.
His version of it. So
Yeah.
when was Bruce Lee big? So if that was 68, 69-ish, was he already big in the film industry or what?
I wish, I don't know. I don't know the timelines. I know that Bruce Lee died pretty young from.
Yeah. See, his son is the one that died in The Crow, right? Brandon Lee?
Yeah, they both died pretty young. Bruce Lee died from, I think it was like death by misadventure. Like they think his brain swelled from a bee sting or something.
No
Oh.
way.
Yeah.
It wasn't a 1-inch punch.
No.
He died in 1973, so only 4 years after.
So
Yeah,
he must have been probably big already by
Yeah.
69.
Yeah.
I like how, what was Leo's character's name? Dalton was the last name.
Bruce Dalton,
Randy?
Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton, the quarterback for the Bengals.
The Dalton line.
And I don't know, what's Brad Pitt's character's name?
Cliff.
Cliff.
Yeah.
Did you say
how
Clit?
he did a
Clint.
little bit. Maybe he
Said
was thinking
Clint
of the boat. Old man
Initially.
of the boat. But, so I like how Tarantino does like a 1A, 1B. Like, I guess Leo would get the nod for Best Actor if it comes to being nominated, and they're saying Brad Pitt should get nominated for supporting, but I almost feel like there's times when
Well-
it could go the other way.
So I guess my question is, who's the actual main character of this movie?
Because a lot of it does revolve around Cliff.
Sure ain't
No.
Charlie Manson.
Yeah, because he was barely in it.
He was in it for like 4 seconds.
And I'm glad that.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
whenever y'all
Rick
saw
Dalton
it, I was like,
and Cliff
Rick
Booth.
Dalton.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, who plays Charlie? Because that's going to be a big role. No.
Nope.
He walks up the driveway, walks down the driveway. That's the end of that.
And I can't remember if I brought this up over the weekend or if I brought this up last week on the podcast, but that actor that's playing Manson is playing Manson in
And something else.
Mindhunter.
Mindhunter.
Season
Oh,
2.
okay.
So he's probably going to get a bigger role in that because it's an interview with Charlie Manson instead of just like some midget that gets out of a delivery van. Sorry, little person.
Can you still say that too?
Yeah, I think little person is appropriate.
Okay.
If it's not, I apologize.
To all the
All of our
height challenged
viewers,
listeners.
Elevationally challenged. No, I think Leonardo DiCaprio his character is billed as the leading character because he's the star in the movie. Like he's the star.
He's the stars in the movie.
But I think there's more screen time with Cliff than there is. I think Cliff.
I wonder what this actual screen time is. But
yeah, I think he's the main character, and as you said, they spent the whole movie building him up.
Yeah.
And telling his backstory. We don't know anything about Leo's first wife, Rick's first wife. We don't know anything about his past other than that he was a movie star. But you spend more time with Brad Pitt.
I'll respect either answer.
Yeah.
I'd watch a million more movies of Cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon Tate's role is a little odd in the movie. I mean,
Freaking pointless.
Yeah, there's some definite weird parts. I guess she's got to be in there just to let you know what's going on.
Can we be real here? The whole reason for having Margot in there as
so
Sharon
stare
Tate,
at
her feet. It was for Tarantino to just get feet shots of her.
Yeah.
The whole goddamn movie.
Definitely.
Yeah, and that Manson family chick was attractive until them armpit hairs came out. And then she got her feet up on the dash and her feet were busted.
Hobbit.
Well, yeah,
busted.
hippies.
I think hippie is a culturally appropriate term. We can say that.
I wonder how old
dirty fucking hippies.
she was supposed to be playing. I know under 18.
She's in
playing, but
The Leftovers, or what's it called?
Was she? By the way,
the show where the people disappear on HBO? Yeah, it's Leftovers.
Yeah, she's in that show.
that Euphoria chick's in there. You see her? The one that's dating the guy who goes to college to play football. She was the one that was watching out the door as Cliff was there.
Oh.
That's her.
Gotcha. You get on that, man.
And someone else was in
Shit
there.
wrapped up.
That was
yeah.
Stranger Things girl.
Oh, was she?
The one that works at Scoops Ahoy.
Mm.
She was the one in the car that drove it away
Oh.
at the end. Remember? She was in the Manson family.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
She drove the car away.
Then.
Then.
And then
the
what's
girl
her
from
name?
Scoops Ahoy.
Yeah. I can't think of her name, so I'm not going to mention her. But the one in the house that is boning.
Oh, Ginger?
Old man. Yeah.
No. Is it Ginger?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's Dakota Fanning.
Yeah.
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 She got a little thick.
She's older now.
Yeah.
20-something.
She up there.
Her sister's hot, so.
I think the real reason why they got Sharon Tate outside of he probably wanted Sharon or
Margot Robbie.
Because of the feet thing. Because she beautiful. She fine.
Yeah.
I think they wanted to get a big name actress to play Sharon Tate as the misdirection.
Yeah. So you're
Because
thinking some bad shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because if you
Just kidding, but yeah.
Yeah, if you go back and watch the original trailer, like it shows like Rick Dalton and Cliff, and they're talking about in Hollywood, and you know it's set in the '60s, and then they introduce Sharon Tate, and when you see Sharon Tate, you're like, oh, this is going to be about the murders, and so it's all part of the misdirection to get you to come see this movie because America has a fascination with that sort of stuff.
And
Serial
even in the
killers.
movie, I think it's a misdirection because I think they build it up as you see her enjoying her life.
Right.
Like she goes to the movies, she is like enjoying.
She's loving
being
the fame,
famous.
yeah.
And so like you're kind of dreading like we know what happens to her. So
Mhm.
it.
Yeah,
It's
the
a
build up to
mystery.
that night was pretty sweet as they're slowly building it up.
Yeah.
And then
And you're just like, fuck, it's about to hit the fan.
And then why are y'all drunk? But
yeah, they're shit housed. I like
And then he
the
smokes the cigarette.
that was the oh no
Yeah.
you got
That made
kryptonite
me
by
think, like,
yourself.
That made me think like, okay, what I thought was gonna happen definitely gonna happen because he's drunk, he's smoking the cigarette, and they're fucked.
yeah
It ain't gonna save him. So what the hell's gonna happen now?
yeah. I liked the breakup scene between them too. Like the way that they talked about that, it was like, you know, their years of friendship are going to part, and they're going to do it the way that guys do it. They're just going to go shit house drunk.
Yeah.
I love the friendship, the
What was his line always? Cliff's, I try or whatever.
Is that
About being a good friend or something like that.
yeah.
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 Well, like their interaction whenever, like, I already forgot his name, Leo's character, but he's like,
Rick.
"Hey man, like the dream's over. I'm broke. I'm gonna
Yeah.
sell the house.
Yeah.
You know, I just can't afford you." It was pretty straight up. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
And
They
then,
got a good respect for each other.
yeah, exactly. You could tell the description in the movie is something that I really liked. It was more than a brother, not quite a wife.
Yeah.
Like that described their relationship perfectly, and also explained why it was like, I got a wife now. Sorry, man. I'm broke. This is where we're at.
And who knows if
Yeah.
Cliff actually wants it, but during the day he gets to drive around Rick's sweet car.
Yeah.
Then when he's done for the day, he drives home in his little beater, which he floors out of the driveway. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
during the day, he's got that sweet car,
And then the way that
which
the Manson
pulls the girl, kind of pulls that Manson girl in
Oh,
the
yeah.
sweet car.
Yeah. And then that's another thing to touch on his character as being more of a hero than an anti-hero kind of thing, is that he could have just like, yeah, go for it. Blow me.
Yeah.
But he was like, nah, you're not old enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some proof that you're 18 and you don't have any, which means you're not.
Yeah.
But I love the way, like, they decided to go back. Instead of going to the house that Manson told them to go to, the decision to do that was because Rick Dalton runs out there
Drunk
like an
Rick
angry
Dalton.
dad. Like,
With
get
the- a pitcher full of margarita.
what the fuck are you
But
doing
then
up
they
here?
really go there because they realize who it is and think, holy shit, this might be better for Charlie because he wants us to create a storm. Now we all recognize this actor.
But
And they don't know who lives in the house.
it's funny historically because, or maybe not funny, because there was one chick that was like hesitant but still went through
Yeah.
with it.
Mm-hmm.
But there was enough like association with a human that she bailed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I thought that was
So he still made one person not involved, but they did it completely different.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then they get up there, and that's, I gotta say, it's one of my favorite scenes in any movie ever.
Yeah.
Whenever like he like Tex breaks in, he points the gun at him, and then like the other people come out from like the backsides or whatever,
And he's Cliff's over there, assessing the situation.
like out of his fucking mind. It's interesting to me that they never showed what he saw,
Yeah.
because I
I
don't
want
know.
another movie.
And
like
maybe
that.
when he's feeding the dog, that shit's he's plopping the food down there. That
Yeah, he's losing his damn
he's like,
mind.
"Ooh."
But breaks in and he what does he say?
There was like a Reddit comment that was like he had a life changing moment observing that can opener.
Oh yeah.
It's like- but yeah, sorry.
when Tex breaks in, points the gun at him, and like I can't remember the dialogue that goes before this, but then he's like, I know you.
Yeah.
I know all of you. What's your name? And he says, I'm the devil and I'm here to
Yeah.
do the devil's work. And he was like, nah, that's something dumber than that.
Then the other
And-
girl says, yeah.
Waste him, Tex. And he's like, Tex,
No,
that's
because
it.
he was like Rex or Dex or yeah, waste some text. Oh, that's it.
That's it. And then,
He's pointing his handgun back, his hand
Yeah.
as a gun back at him, laughing.
And I love how he's straight up like whenever they ask him who's in the house, he tells them exactly who's in the house. He's like, she's in the bedroom with my dog or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then
he's high as a kite.
he's super high. I don't remember what sets it off. One of the girls says like waste him or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he like whistles and the dog goes.
Yeah.
And then you finally realize like why they showed the dog so much
Yeah.
as a pit bull too, which
Yeah, oh yeah.
is aggressive, like can kill somebody dog, and just
Like
like
it goes to town.
oh man, whenever he starts smashing that chick's face into the
Dude,
phone,
And everything.
I was crying like a child.
it's horribly violent.
Yeah.
If you take
It
it
is.
out of context and you don't
Yeah.
see what's going on,
It is gratuitous violence.
it's gratuitous violence. He is a grown-ass, like, trained man beating the shit out of a woman, but the whole theater is losing their fucking
Right.
minds at this.
And there's a guy on Reddit who was like, I don't understand why people are cheering for that scene. And it's like, come on, dude, this is a Tarantino movie where he's kind of like getting back at the Manson family.
These terrible people that did unspeakable things. I'm not justifying
it's like
violence,
a fuck you revenge thing.
Yeah, it's
kind of a deal. And this is a movie, bro. Like, come on.
Well,
it's a Tarantino movie. You should expect ridiculous gore at some point.
Yeah, and it's taking the male female gender thing out of it and just saying you have these monsters that did a monstrous thing, and this is what happens whenever a good person is in this situation.
They fuck with the wrong guy.
Yeah, exactly.
This total badass that we just got.
We spent 3 hours learning about how much of a badass he is.
Yeah.
And then the soup can to the face.
Oh, yeah. That was what happened first. He whistles, right? And the dog attacks the one person. He throws a soup can,
and then he grabs the other chick.
And her nose is just like water falling blood.
Yeah, I think like at one point he's like slamming the face, and then he looks and he's like, "Oh, you're dead."
Yeah.
Half her head's gone.
And I think
throws her on the ground.
Does he ever hit Tex, or is it just the dog that gets him?
I think it's just the dog. I don't think he ever touches.
I can't remember. I'd have to go watch it. Yeah.
The one chick stabs him.
Yeah. And then he like laughs, right?
Yeah.
And he's he's like tapping the end of it, like pushing it back, pushing it in a little further.
And
then you have Leo, who has probably the most unrealistic reaction ever to somebody. I mean, she did have a gun,
but she was shooting it in the air.
Yeah.
But
now she's screaming her head off in the pool.
Yeah, and she got fucked up too, going through that glass.
Yeah. And so his radio, whatever, fell in the water. I kept thinking someone's about to get electrocuted.
Yeah.
But it never happened.
Well, there's not enough voltage in that battery
to get the entire
water.
Pool. Yeah. But I'm like, well, then why do they show it falling in? Did it cut the music or something?
Allegedly, that's supposed to be symbolism for like the era.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because I thought, he showed it for a reason. So I'm waiting for the electrocution to happen. It never comes.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, why did you show it falling in the water then if nothing happens?
And then he goes and gets Chekhov's flamethrower.
Yeah, that's the rational decision to burn her to death.
And it was ready to go. Yeah. I thought, just go under the water and you'll be all right. But
once he walked out with it, I was just...
The whole place was like...
Yeah, people in my theater still stood up and screamed.
Oh! Yeah. He's got the fucking flamethrower. No way.
Yeah.
So, good shit.
It was such a good movie. And that ending, and then I think my favorite line of the whole fucking movie is like, after the police come and they take away the bodies, and then Cliff gets taken to the hospital.
Yeah.
And Sharon the other guy comes down the driveway and he's like, "What happened, man?" And he was like, "A bunch of hippies broke in and my body man killed them." Well, I got one with the flamethrower, but
no, he's like,
and they're so nonchalant.
Well, he's like, he killed most of them. I torched one, but he said it like embarrassingly, like I torched one.
It's like he's shocked. He's like, "This just happened to me. I just killed people." Like he's so astonished. And then the guy says, "Well, I hope everyone's all right." And he responds with, "Well, the hippies ain't."
No, like, when the paramedics or the cops are asking Cliff while he's on the stretcher about like what they said to him. And he's like, well, he said, "I'm the devil," or some stupid shit like that. It's like a total fuck you to like one of the most notorious lines in the history of American crime.
Yeah.
And he just totally shits on it like some stupid shitter like that. It just
Yeah, and he like...
Some moron said he was a devil.
And it's so playing it down. It's so putting those people as just like petty criminals. And like... They don't mean anything, and he's just like, "Yeah, these guys broke in and we killed them all. It was really weird," and like they're not like shocked or like really
come over
shaken.
And meet everybody and
Well, and he said earlier in the movie, he's like, "I'm one pool party away from getting back into it."
And it was his pool party where he killed hippies.
Who's that actor? What's his name? That comes down there and talks to him.
He's from The Girl Next Door.
Oh yeah, he's the
he played Rick McCandless in Into the Wild too.
Yeah, that guy.
Fuck, it's gonna bother me. I don't know.
I want to say Elijah Wood, but it's not. I know it's not, but it's an E name.
It's Emil Hirsch.
Yeah,
Emil Hirsch,
that's right.
Yeah,
that was a good movie.
He got really skinny for that role.
For Into the Wild.
Well, for both of those roles, but for that one in particular.
Bark, bark. I love the dog in that movie too.
Yeah.
Like how good of a dog he is, and like he's just very well trained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the name?
I can't remember it. I'll never remember that.
Yeah.
Stacy or Stephanie or
Something like that. But like he makes her sit at the table
yeah.
and like sit there and wait, and then he pours the
Gets
food,
all the food ever.
and then pours some more food, and then like
Pours some dry food.
yeah, he's like, all right, go get it.
That dog must shit.
I
Giant
also
shit.
like if you looked at like he fed that dog better than he did, like proportionately. Like he ate macaroni.
Yeah.
And that dog ate 2 full cans of wet dog food and
And some
then
dry
dry food. Super, like, at that day and age, that
Yeah,
dog
it
was
was
getting
jacked,
gourmet.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a buff ass pit. And did you see the names of the dog food? One was like raccoon flavored.
Rat flavor was the last one, I think.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out like what the brand was and if it's ever been used again or before in any of his other movies.
Probably.
Because like the cigarette things he always uses. So
Well,
Yeah.
they used Pan Am flights.
Yep.
yeah.
I don't know if it was his best movie.
No, but
But-
it's good.
I liked it better than
3 or 4.
Hateful Eight. I don't know.
Hateful Eight is
I
just so
told-
slow. I like
Yeah.
Hateful Eight a lot.
I told JT, I compared it to Hot Fuzz, which is one of my favorite movies. Where it's really slow. It's not 3 hours, but it's slow, and then the payoff made the whole movie worth it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
And
just
everything
'cause-
you're building up to think is going to happen. Because I thought they were going to break into the Tate house. Cliff's going to hear it and go and then save him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they start getting
They kind of alluded to that,
drunk
and maybe
and-
that was misdirection too, with Cliff being on the roof and you heard the music.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, well, Cliff has like super hearing, so he's gonna go.
yeah,
kill
or
people.
Yeah.
or some loud music is enough. He can hear it from the house.
Or like,
And then Leo's outside in the pool, even though he's got headphones on. But
or they'd be inside watching
Yeah.
TV, and then the antenna would go out again, and so he'd go back up on the roof to hear it, and
Yeah.
he would see something.
Yeah.
Something along
so that's
those
what I
lines.
was building up to. Okay, how are they gonna have him saved?
But just
And
none
then they
of it.
broke into the wrong house, and I'm like, oh, well, okay, this is completely different.
Yeah.
And
It-
then shit hits the fan
oh man,
in a good way.
I can't wait for that movie to come out because I want to watch it again.
Yeah,
I think it might be my favorite.
I saw it
Yeah,
in
the
35
setting
millimeter
was-
too.
Did you?
Did you?
Yeah, which is pretty sweet. You know, you get those little X's every now and then that switch the film, but
Yeah, I might need to watch it again, purely because wifey and I were good and toasted by the time that
Oh, really?
we got to the end of it, because we went to the movie theater that like we can walk to, and so we had a couple of drinks beforehand, and we walked over there. It's a 3-hour movie, so she had 2 glasses of wine, and I had 2
7
double
beers.
whiskeys.
Oh.
I went right at like 4:30, so I
Yeah.
went right after work.
see, I went
Or
at 11,
4, actually.
11:30 in the morning. My ticket was only $6.50 to see it in 35 millimeter. So
Yeah.
and I had one beer.
I had no beer.
Whenever I ordered the beer, the guy was like, "All right." I was like, "Can I get one Miller Lite?" And he's like, "Okay." Saying like, "Yeah, have that beer before noon."
Somebody's here to party.
I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, you know, I had one." It was $6.50 though.
Do you recognize Captain Winters as
Yeah.
Steve McQueen?
Yep.
He actually, I was like, you know what? He looks like McQueen.
Yeah, if they ever do a Steve McQueen movie about Steve McQueen, it would be a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Well, and I tagged wifey because she said, or whenever that came up, because we watch Billions,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he plays Bobby Axelrod, and I was like, that's Bobby.
Yeah.
So we're sitting at about 30 minutes talking
Okay.
about this. Any closing thoughts?
It was good.
It's good.
It's good.
Go see it.
I think there
If you're
will
a Tarantino
be
fan, you'll like it.
a best actor, best supporting actor.
Right.
Maybe not winner, but they'll definitely both get nominated.
Screenplay. I don't know.
Screenplay, probably.
Screenplay, I think there's
Yeah, like-
probably going to be some sort of recognition about Sharon Tate getting murdered at the Oscars. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be like,
This is yeah, because what today would be the 40, 50 years?
That was
69.
69.
50 years.
Yeah, it's 50 years.
Because we just had the 50 year of the moon landing. So yeah, 50 years from today.
You know what's
And
his
here we
name?
are talking about-
Her husband.
Yeah,
What's his name?
Roman Polanski.
Yeah.
You know he was just kicked out of the guild last year.
He's still alive?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
done he got in some trouble for some underage
Diddling
things.
some kids?
Yeah, I think
he did it, and then he bailed out of the U.S. But he was just kicked out of the guild last year.
Ooh.
Yeah, so here's the conundrum we face when we community bottle.
Well, we
There's
just
not
gotta
much left.
well divvy it up evenly.
Okay.
Put it up on the table. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and stop. No more. We're at 44:30 for future marks. I've got it written down at 45 minutes. So we're not gonna put anything special. But I will say, if you did actually go see that movie, props to you for actually, seeing it ahead of time.
Give him some.
Perfect.
How much is left? Enough? Boom.
Yeah. Neat.
One bottle down.
Yeah.
Melodramatic gone.
That's
We're
good.
gonna have to pick up the pace a little bit if we're gonna get through all three in an hour and a half.
Picking up the
Well, that's
pace
the
means
worst
bad
phrase
news.
you could have said.
I mean, I got like a sip, so end it.
All right.
You want to go ahead and pause it?
What's next?
Yeah, go ahead and pause it.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. Whenever you come back, we'll be talking about some stuff.
Sports and
Things.
shenanigans.
And we're back. We're back. We have opened the second bottle of wine. It is the Double Black, which I still maintain sounds like a porn. Zinfandel out of Paso Robles.
Red Zinfandel.
Red Zinfandel. Although if you're a wine person, you don't.
I don't know what the difference is between. What is a Zinfandel?
Wine.
Zinfandel refers to the grape. A white Zinfandel. Oh, fuck. I used to know the answer to this. It has to do with how long the skins remain in contact with the juice whenever it's fermenting.
That's what a Zinfandel is?
Well,
No,
so
that's what the reds and the whites are.
yeah.
Huh, really?
So I think with a white Zinfandel, it's just they pull all the mass out before it actually fully colors the wine, as opposed to the other way. I will research that question and I will provide the answer on next week's podcast. So tune in for that one.
I think that's typically why you want your reds to breathe, because they have more tannins in them, right? Because they have more skin in them.
Yeah, which the tannins definitely come from contact with the skins.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know anything about this.
Well, you
Well-
could learn.
I know nothing about wine.
It's that stupid college class that we took.
Hold up. Stupid?
We watched Modern Marvels. It's a hard term for me to say.
Modern marvels, yeah.
That was half of our curriculum.
Y'all watched
But is
TV
it
all the
really
time?
stupid?
We're easy.
But y'all had fun, right?
We had a
You
terrible
turning?
teacher. But yeah, it
Well,
was cool.
All right.
So stupid was taking that right before differential
On Thursday.
equations
yeah, on
Tuesday, Thursdays.
on Thursday
'Cause
after
Our Wednesday nights out at the bars.
Were
our college
fantastic.
years. Wednesday nights were designated to 50-cent wells at our designated bar. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thursdays we usually kept them pretty open.
Yeah.
Thursday mornings are spent throwing up.
Yeah, like you did not
Sure.
take Tuesday, Thursday morning classes. You
But I
took
did.
afternoon
Oops.
classes.
And even then, it was kind of a gamble. Sometimes.
It was.
Yeah.
But the really dumb, as Dee pointed out, was to take an alcohol tasting class, which was called Beverage Survey, which I thought was the greatest thing ever because we're in college and we get to drink booze
For free.
And I already
Well,
knew a
I mean, it
little
wasn't
bit
free.
Yeah. For a lot of money, but
for a lot of money. We definitely could have used whatever tuition was to buy everything that we tasted in the class.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot from it.
That so the face that I make every time you guys burp or slurp into the microphone, that face I saw in JT whenever they were passing out Lagavulin, did I say that correctly?
Yeah, like a balloon. Yeah.
Which is pretty,
never even
I would
heard
say
that
upper
word
end,
before.
a fairly upper end Scotch.
It's definitely top consumer scotch before
Yeah.
you get into like $1,000
Yeah,
bottles.
Some lady putting Sprite Zero into it before drinking it. And
What?
the
That happened
look-
inside the class?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And all right, here's the other thing that bugged me is the teacher actually endorsed that.
Yeah.
He was like,
Well-
he didn't say mix. He said you may
Not
want to bring
even
a
the
chaser.
teacher, the distributor.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that's fair. Like, if you're going to distribute that to a classroom, it's
Scotch
definitely
is-
one of the peatier scotches.
I was gonna
out
say, Scotch
there.
is a hard
Yeah.
thing for a lot of people to drink. It's definitely acquired.
So
If you're used to drinking your fruity drinks.
The point is,
Yeah.
don't
Scotch don't
distribute
fuck your
that
shit
to
up.
the whole class. Be like, hey, and
Do you
if
want
you have
this?
any Lagavulin friend or fans that want a taste after
Yeah.
class, come over.
But they were breaking down the different regions of scotches,
Yeah.
and so you have. I mean, it's the most distinct Scotch variety. This is Islay scotches,
Islay, yeah.
and so you have to. If you're having like an example of this is what Scotch is, you have to try that one. My problem was, and this is something that just now hit me, and we're 10 years removed.
Yeah.
Whenever you're tasting wine, whenever you're tasting whiskey, whenever you're tasting anything, they usually have spitters.
Yeah.
They have.
Clean your mouth out.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it's what you're supposed to do if you're tasting
put
to
it in your
not
mouth
get
and
drunk.
then-
You're supposed to taste it and spit it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to swallow it. Because if you're tasting a bunch of shit, you're not supposed to be getting drunk. But I guess they knew that it's a bunch of college kids and they're gonna want to just get fucked up. But I mean, overall, we never had more than one full drink in the class.
But we had probably 4 drinks in our system already.
Yeah, it's still left over, and that's where the term U-turn came
U-turn.
from.
Yeah, that's where it really fucking hit.
Yeah, because you would, you're still hungover from the night before, and it's in the afternoon. We took that class after lunch, right? It was like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it was at 1 o'clock.
And just a half ounce of whiskey, or like a quarter glass of wine, or whatever you were
it's like-
tasting was enough that you just got drunk again.
It's actually like a chemical reaction. I think it's like acetylcholine or whatever. It just gets turned right back into alcohol. It's
Your body's like, whoa,
completely
what the hell?
bullshit, but yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what happened in Padre every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But yeah.
Padre. But I made the mistake, as Dee alluded to, that I took probably one of the hardest math classes I've ever taken.
Right after.
Was the next class, and I failed that year because I was drunk every time going into it.
Yeah, so the story would go every time. That was my only class that afternoon for that semester. So I would go, usually get on the bus. Yes, actually rode the bus.
Me too, man. The buses are sweet. What a great thing.
And I'd get home about 10 to 15 minutes later. We didn't live too far away. And usually on the dot, once I'm walking in the driveway, I get a text or a call. Hey, come pick me up. I'm done. Okay.
Yeah, I'd walk over there and I'd start looking at it. I'm like, start swaying. I'm like, I'm not going to retain anything from this. Fuck it. I did eventually pass differential equations and differential equations too.
How many tries? On the one.
On the one was just the one fail, and then I passed
Oh,
it the next
okay.
year. Calculus was the one that took me 3 tries, but that was because that was in the height of the party phase, and I also was
Yeah.
in school to be an engineer, and I wasn't really in for it, so I was not motivated.
I
But
feel like I took one of my hardest courses in, prime party phase. I took organic chemistry in the summer.
Yeah.
In the summer that what the hell was that? What was that place called?
What?
What that always had the pool parties?
Oh, shit.
was it the no,
Forum.
not the lodge?
The Forum.
Forum.
Yeah.
Just at the lodge.
That's another place. But yeah, when the Forum opened and had their pool parties, I was taking organic chemistry that summer.
Oh, yeah.
Failed that. I passed the. I think I dropped out of OChem 1, the class, and I've passed the lab. Then retook it like during
How
a
do you
semester.
pass a lab?
Dude, the lab was easy. The first lab I showed up to, I went out with Andrew and his friends and girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're to a house party. And that's the day that when driving back from the house party, I wasn't driving. I was in the back seat of his big ass F350 or whatever. I was throwing up outside of the window and lost my glasses. So I wore shin splints glasses
Oh,
to
yeah. I recall the story.
to lab the first day, and my lab partner was somebody that I went to high school with. I don't know if you recognize me, but I know I crossed my arms on my lab table and basically tried not to spin the entire time I was there, as I was hungover from puking and losing my glasses the night before.
Jesus.
That was my first OChem lab class, but I
Jesus.
passed because all we did was make crystals every day, every class. Come in here, put some shit together. Here's some crystals. Great. Here's some more crystals the next
Walter
day.
White, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck we're making. You just follow the recipe in your book and make some crystals.
Hey, if you can do that, you can cook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want to cook?
I can't make
Jesse,
blue
we
meth.
need to cook. I love that shitty cartoon. I love that. I need to watch that show again. I haven't seen it in a
Let's do
minute.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna go rewatch it, and then I think I started watching Sopranos. And then
Did you ever finish that?
No, I watched whatever we talked about, and then I haven't watched a second since then.
Yeah.
We have a commitment issue on the NTX podcast.
Well, no, the problem was Sopranos is a little dated.
Yeah.
It is, but it still
was
holds
tough.
up.
I don't know.
Does it? I need to
I mean,
finish
the
The
cars
Wire.
don't, and the cell phones they use don't.
The Wire holds up.
I need to finish The Wire.
See,
The Wire holds up.
the problem with The Wire is that it's literally about tech. Like, the name of the show is about the technology that they use.
Yeah.
And it's so outdated in that sense. But when you talk about crime and the characters, like, that really does hold up. And into the second, third, and fourth seasons, there's 4, right? When you get
5,
in,
yeah.
as you keep moving, it gets less dated. But that first one came out in like '99.
I think that what turned me
Not
off is he
99.
gets on the
It's
2000?
like 02 because it's after.
9/11.
Yeah.
He gets on that boat and the whole harbor thing, and I'm like, "Bah, I don't care about him being on the water,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I quit watching. But I know the good seasons are after that, so just like Dexter, like that
Oh.
Trinity Killer season is the best.
It should have stopped. The show should have stopped.
Those first 4 seasons are pretty good though.
There are, but the
That
Trinity,
fourth one is the best. Of
it
that.
is. And then
show.
whenever, I mean, spoilers for a show that's like 10 years old. Whenever Deb dies and he picks up his son out of the blood, which is what he came from,
Yeah.
like perfect.
That's the epitome of writing.
Like it tied it into a fucking bow
Yeah.
in the show.
Yeah,
But then they had to go on and fuck it
Fuck
up
it
and
up.
brought in Julia
throw in
Stiles.
Julia Stiles because
and Tom Hanks' son and
Oh yeah, that's right.
what's her face, Yvonne Strahovski, whatever. She's
which
hot though.
I mean I'll see her anytime.
What was
She's in Chuck.
What was the guy in the first and second season, the black cop? Dokes?
Surprise,
Surprise,
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Yeah, that guy. You give me the
Dokes.
fucking creeps, Morgan.
So the first season was I Struck Killer.
I Struck Killer.
Second season was Bay
Crazy
Harbor
Bitch.
Butcher.
No, Crazy Bitch was the second season.
Who's
The
crazy?
girlfriend.
Oh, the British chick.
Yeah.
I thought that. Oh yeah,
That was
that's right. Because she kills Dokes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but they also had
and
Miguel.
Bay Harbor Butcher.
Yeah.
Because
Those
she
were going on at the
framed
same
That was yeah.
Dokes.
Third season was Miguel,
Miguel, yes.
Yeah.
the guy who wants to learn how to do it.
Oh yeah, he has that. He's got a great line when he's screaming at him on the top of the roof.
That's what the scene. That's what I picture.
Yeah,
Whenever I think of
am
Miguel.
I am the law, or some shit like that.
Yeah. Some dumb shit like because
That was
he's
a
an
good one.
attorney.
Yeah. No, he's like. Is he an
DA.
attorney?
He's
yeah,
a
DA.
DA.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah.
I knew it was some sort of like political
District
office.
attorney then.
Yeah. Which
Yeah. And then the fourth season Trinity. And
see, I saw-
Boom, done.
I saw Dexter before I saw West Wing, but he has that character or that actor has a big role in West Wing in the later seasons.
Who is it? Miguel?
Yeah, Miguel.
Well, I mean, he's big on NYPD Blue, right?
Don't you hate
He's
like
the
when
main character?
you like learn an actor in a role, and then anytime you see him in any other show, it's like that guy is the same.
Like Michael C. Hall.
Yeah. Like if you watch 6 Feet Under, like oh look at Dexter doing whatever the fuck he's. I've never watched that show.
Which
Gamer.
he's like super good in 6 Feet
but
Under.
he is Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is why he probably hasn't worked much since.
Well, he had that whole cancer thing.
Well, he had that while he was Dexter too.
Yeah, they took a break between some seasons,
Yeah.
but now he's good.
Fucking Deb. Not sorry about that.
Yeah, but she was good in quarantine though, so I didn't think of her as Deb in quarantine.
She was still Deb in quarantine. She was
Yeah,
the
a
same.
little bit. Who else has that kind of?
The same.
Everybody,
act-
it's called typecast.
No,
Yeah.
because there are people that like Leo. I can think of his roles as.
I know,
whatever he's
but I
playing.
mean, Leo is different. But the
Brad
term
Pitt.
is typecast.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah, good actors can get out of it. Bad actors are typecast. Well, not necessarily
Jonah
bad
Hill
actors,
can
Bad
do
but,
actors, but
but actors
Michael
that have.
Cera is
Yeah.
Michael Cera in every fucking movie until he dies.
Kristen Stewart is the same. She doesn't have any
Which
acting.
she's a Charlie's Angel now.
Yeah, how
Is
about
she?
that? Yeah, well, she cut her hair short too, right?
Yeah.
Like that was
She's
her bit to
crazy.
break
She
out
looks
of
kind
it.
of hot again.
she's attractive.
I never said she wasn't.
In
She's
that
just a
kind of-
terrible actor.
I don't care. Yeah.
Crows, I think, was the first movie I seen her in.
Sainter, The Crow.
Maybe no.
Crows. Was that
Crows?
with fucking
Yeah, they were in like a haunted house
Yeah.
thing that had crows.
with
Surprise.
God, what's the dad's name? He's in American Horror Story. First season.
Drawing a blank here.
That's a show,
You're
by
killing
the
me.
way, that's about to come out that looks good.
American
That show
Horror Story?
sucks.
Fuck
See,
that show.
Sorry, man.
I'm
I've
not a
made
big
it through like
fan
4
of it.
seasons.
But I haven't watched any of it, but the new season is about like the 1980s slasher flicks, which I love.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll be good, but we'll see.
Who else? There's somebody.
Because I dig slasher flicks.
A lot of times it has to do with.
By the way,
your.
October's coming up.
It is.
Yeah.
We can do like a whole October review of our scary movie of the week.
Yeah. I mean, we at least can do 4.
Yeah.
So we're doing like one person does
So
it
in
every week.
October, we'll have to pick a horror movie, preferably that we haven't seen.
Dylan McDermott.
Oh, I know
yeah.
him. Dylan McDermott. Yeah.
No, we'll do a double feature every week.
Where we
Double feature.
like watch a movie and then.
So this is a homework
Or
assignment.
we do 2 movies.
Two
and then-
movies.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay. So I was looking for the watching part. For the podcast part, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. Most of those movies aren't good enough that we can spend 30 minutes talking about, so we may be able to get away with 2.
Yeah.
Do
we'll
like
see.
a yeah.
We'll see.
We haven't seen any of the
Drop a
recent
comment
scary
on the,
movies
Yeah.
lately.
Oh yeah. There's some good ones out there that now that we need to go
What's
see.
the last scary movie we went and saw?
Midsummer. No, we need to see Midsummer.
We need
Midsommar.
to see
But we saw she gets her head knocked off.
We haven't seen any in a good minute, but the last one we saw was really fucking good.
Did you guys see the director that did Get Out? He did another horror movie.
No.
Us.
Us. No, I haven't seen it yet.
We should probably do that one
Jordan
for.
Peele.
Yeah, we should do that one for
We'll do it.
Halloween. Let us know at NTX Podcast on Twitter or ntxnumedia@gmail.com what movies you would like us to review for October.
God, you're such a fucking...
You gotta get the name
Person.
out there, bro.
Yeah, you do. I'm trying to make shit happen. All right.
Look, if we're gonna make $1 a show,
Yeah, I mean that's the ultimate goal. Is $1
How? By
Through Patreon.
tweets?
Yeah, we just how
Do you
else
have
do,
a Patreon?
I need to be
not
able,
yet because not enough people follow.
You've got to set it up to get it. God damn it.
I need to
You
be able
do,
to quit my
but
job.
I'm
and do
also
this.
not going to take money from my friends or the only people that listen
Why
to this right
not?
now. That's not how this works.
Yes,
We-
it is.
We have to build
That's
an
how
audience.
we start. That's how a pyramid scheme happens. You
Who
fucking
said a pyramid
mid-level.
scheme? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Look, you can't just throw it out there. You got to let people think that they're actually buying
That's
into
what
something good.
podcasting is.
No shit, but you don't tell them.
Yeah, because then, like, it's a disclaimer, like we told you at the beginning.
Oh, I gotta drink some wine now.
One day we should do.
I like
a,
how your coaster is your phone.
It keeps the shit stable, and I don't have to worry about knocking over.
We should do a let's only drink whiskey show and
Oh man,
drink vodka show.
that's gonna be a Friday show.
only drink
Yeah,
rum
we're moving
show.
those to Fridays.
Oh, there you go, sir. Thump. Just swinging his dick out on the table. Speaking of genitalia, wow,
I was gonna say you are the
You are
the resident.
that sounded about like an 8-incher, about 2 pounds.
God, 2 pounds.
How much do you think a dick weighs? I'm curious.
Nowhere near a pound. 6 ounces.
And you also, if you're measuring dick weight, you also have to do it with
There's a way we can
Engorged,
figure this
right?
out, right?
Yeah,
Oh, engorged.
yeah.
full of blood.
You can do
blood
both.
weighs a lot.
So
That's how you tell between a grower and a shower.
all you gotta do. Oh man, then you could categorically like
The
figure out
plus
if people are growers and showers.
Exactly.
Like-
So
what-
you weigh yourself with a sling on like your shelf, holding up your dick while flaccid, right? And then you weigh it while you're
Johnson.
erect,
yeah.
and then compare, and then we'll develop a spectrum. And then
That's how you categorically,
You say-
objectively
you
size
just say,
dicks.
"Look, girl."
and then we don't even have
gain
to have
a pound.
yeah. We don't even have
But
to
you-
have numbers. Like it needs to be relative numbers,
But can
not
you-
concrete numbers. That way, nobody needs to.
Actually, no.
Well, I mean, that way nobody is ashamed of like.
Their
You know what I'm
lack
saying?
of-
Relative numbers
dick
don't give details. It's aggregate numbers, right?
Yeah.
So, are you actually proposing that we do this on the podcast?
No, I'm just
Okay.
saying we collectively figure it out if like science needs
Science needs to know. I feel like there's an
a
app.
grower versus shower.
Like, is it a real thing? Like,
Oh,
myth
that's a real thing.
debunked?
Yeah.
No. There's definitely people who are showing and growing.
Definitely. I mean, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Scientific method.
I've never tried to keep like laugh stifled in to keep you rolling in. That's great. I don't know. I could Google this, but I want to leave it to the imagination. I don't want to actually know how much a dick weighs. But now everyone can postulate.
It can't be much. The average size is what?
It's like 5,
Yeah.
5.5, something like that.
Didn't you have a comment like last week? It was like, no, it's like 8.
No, he was saying a 10-inch dick isn't that big.
I was saying in porn, the dicks are much bigger than they used to be. Like, what was it? Ron Jeremy was like
A foot.
Like, no, it wasn't a
It
foot.
was
10?
10. I think you said 10.
I think it
And
was
you're-
10,
yeah, you're
and
saying
my
10
comment
wasn't
was
that big.
Wasn't that big?
Like, fuck, that's huge, dude. It's a giant
Well,
dick.
I mean, for the normal populace, yes, that's a big dick. But porn has a tendency to get people with big dicks on screen because apparently everybody wants to see a small female
A
get
petite
hit,
just
just
destroyed.
railed. I mean, the beer or the wine we're drinking is double black.
Why do you keep on referring to that?
Apparently he
Because-
watches a lot of double black videos.
I like the
Look
black
out,
dick.
wifey.
No.
He's gonna bring a dill into the equation.
I just think that my favorite.
Nephew, delete this podcast.
No, your nephew does not listen.
No, it's a joke.
Okay. It's like, oh my god, we do actually have to delete it. No, my favorite
Video?
funny
Oh.
porn like channel name is Blacked. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's just funny to me. Like, it's a girl getting blacked. I just find it hilarious. I find it humorous
Interesting.
because it's one of the stereotypes that is positive. So it's one that is embraced.
Positive?
Yeah, it's a positive stereotype about black people.
Oh, what?
They have big
They
dicks.
have big. Yeah,
Okay.
they're athletic.
Mark that. They're
They're-
See, I feel like that has some roots in slavery, so we don't really want to encourage that one.
okay, on to the next subject.
So whale dicks.
No.
Do you know you can swim through the arteries of a whale?
No
No
way.
shit. Are they that big?
Which whale? Blue?
Yes.
I'm assuming blue.
Blue.
Whale shark. Is that a whale or a shark?
It's a shark. It says a shark.
But else says whale.
Yes, but
It's
it's
a-
a shark.
Whale, it's descriptive.
What defines a shark?
Gills.
What defines a shark? I would say teeth.
But as gills, whales are mammals.
Ah, this
Ah.
motherfucker. They got a blowhole.
He's bringing in the fucking answer.
Well, he
Doesn't
watches
even
a
let
lot
it-
of this stuff. Which is, what are we watching? Blue Ocean or something?
Blue Planet? I didn't
Blue
need
Planet?
Blue Planet for that.
Green Ocean or something?
I was born of this.
And they have dorsal fins. I think that's a big thing with sharks.
Don't whales have that shit too?
No.
No, they
Name a
have.
whale that doesn't have a dorsal fin.
Yeah, they do.
What?
The one on top.
Nah, whales usually.
Yeah.
Plus, they have their tails are vertical. On sharks.
Whales are
Whales
horizontal?
are horizontal.
Yes.
Usually,
I think that has to do with the.
but whales are all mammals.
Yes.
But mammals are not all whales.
What?
Yeah, because we're mammals.
Just like all
Well, whale
squares
tail.
are all rectangles are squares, and but not all squares are rectangles, or the other way.
Fucking geometry up in this bitch. And all champagne is sparkling wine, but not all sparkling wine is champagne.
Indeed,
Correct.
Andre. Is it the
3000.
best, is that the best champagne?
That's not champagne.
What is it?
Sparkling wine. Because it's not from the Champagne region of France. That's literally what I just said. What are you looking at me like that?
Wine
Beverage
connoisseur over
survey.
here.
Like, I remember this shit.
That was like a whole fucking 6 weeks. Was just fucking
French
wine
wine.
laws
Yeah.
in France.
Appellation de contrôle something.
Speaking of
There's
France
Champlain.
and
Yeah.
and weird things. So apparently, there is a Tour de France video game.
How dumb is that?
I saw it on the internet. Well, I don't remember what I was searching, but I saw that there was a Tour de France video game where you could be like a team manager, and it was $40. And I thought I wouldn't pay $3 for that.
No.
What do you do? Ride a bicycle on
That's
your video
somebody-
Do you have to alternate buttons in rhythm?
Capturing a market.
I don't know. Man,
Well, I mean, those Peloton
I
bikes.
kind of want to buy it just to see what it is, but $40 is way too much.
Should we review it?
No.
Let's review the Tour de France video
I'm not
game.
paying.
And it's on
$40
Xbox.
for
It's
it.
on PS4. It's got to be on.
So
computer.
if you
PC.
go like look at it in the store, usually there's at least one person streaming it. You can go look at it.
That's true.
What?
We could do that.
Huh. Okay.
Speaking of new video games coming out, our boys down in Austin, they're coming out with their first like big video game
Yeah.
this weekend.
Looks
Vicious
like-
Circle.
Hot garbage.
It looks like an Overwatch ripoff.
Yeah.
It's only $20. I'm thinking about buying it just to support them because I like it. I like independent studio creator. I want to give it a go. There's a beta this weekend.
Can you
I didn't try it
return
out.
those video games?
On Steam digital purchases? There's like you can have only
Yeah, it's
played
like
2 hours
2
and
hours,
it has to
yeah.
be within a week of purchase or something
Really?
like that.
Huh.
Yeah, so you should buy a fucking computer.
No.
We'll see.
Let me build
I
you one.
might too, yeah.
I just built one last week. I'm ready to scratch that itch again.
Nah.
Yeah. I told you. How long? How long?
Well, I'm contractually mandated to wait 4 years, but
JT.
that doesn't mean I can't build computers for you guys.
JT. So, would you say I'm a capable PC builder?
Yes,
Would you say?
Would you
I'm
say
okay
that
with
I
PC?
have built a couple PCs before you built your first one?
yes, you showed me a lot before I built mine.
So, did I build that PC that's standing on my desk right now?
I
No.
built it.
I built it. What's your point?
I like the what's your point.
Why is that PC there?
Because you wanted a PC that could stream.
Did you also have a surplus of PCs?
No, I did
Not. A
not.
graveyard of parts.
After I built that PC, I wanted to do something differently. So I asked you if you wanted to do it,
Yeah.
and you agreed. And so I built that PC, finished it out for you, and then built another one for myself.
Okay.
That was 3 years ago.
Yeah. But during that year, how many PCs did you build?
3, 7.
It was a lot.
If you count, I built a PC from parts for Blue for a wedding present. So there's one.
Contributed
Huh.
to
I
that.
wonder what my wedding present
Yeah.
was.
I built my computer after I built that one.
Two.
I
Yeah.
built his, which is the second one. I built Wifey's PC, which was the third one. I bought a mini PC that sort of counts because I had to put an SSD and RAM in it. And then I bought this laptop.
We almost had an intervention.
Buying a laptop
We
doesn't
were
con-
supremely worried
Doesn't
about
mean
you.
that you
You
bought
were
or
like
built it.
Look,
building shit like crazy.
so you know whenever
I mean, you play PC Builder on.
I played like
Yeah.
100 hours of that game.
Yeah.
There's something so cathartic for
That
me
sounds.
Oh,
about as
absolutely.
lame
putting
as
everything together.
I mean, it's like
Playing-
Legos, but like it costs like
A
$1,000.
marginally more than Legos. Come on, Legos are expensive. But
So-
Yeah.
So
$200 for a good one.
Wifey's PC has been repurposed as her parents' PC, which is a little bit of
Does she have
overkill
a
for
new
them.
one?
No.
Or are you building that one?
She didn't really use it that much because it wasn't convenient for what she does, which is mostly watch TV on the couch and in bed. And so sitting at a desk wasn't all that perfect. I bought her a laptop for her to use for anything she needed for a PC, and it was
Yeah.
just kind of sitting there, and I kind of used it as a streaming PC for a while. Which,
was that the one we melted?
No,
No.
that I still have that laptop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out what to do with that one because it's
Frisbee
not.
it off a balcony.
I mean, if we want to have some fun with it, we can. Because at this point, it's not really worth a
Shoot
whole
it
lot.
with-
But I mean, we could.
We tried to stream and Twitch at the same time, right? Like
It-
we tried to do something stupid.
it
Like, we did
was-
Smash Ball.
Well, it was mixing in all of the audio that you're hearing right now with a camera and a video feed from a capture card,
Yeah. on
and
a
stream it
laptop.
to Twitch while
Is that
recording
something-
it.
Is that
And-
something we could do?
What?
Post a stream where they see us playing Smash Ball, and a video of us.
You mean like we're
into it?
talking about right now?
Yeah, we
We
did
should
that.
totally do that.
Well, we tried that.
Well, we got better
We
stuff
just burned
now.
his apartment down.
Well, that was a
10
really,
years ago.
really inferior laptop.
I gotta
I could
find-
do it with this one.
I can get my 360, get NHL 10 or whatever the first one we had was.
Maybe that's what we do when we get blue. I know you don't want to have like video of us, but
I'll get
You can wear a mask.
I'll get my luchador mask.
all right.
I'll have one. Well, I'll have you get a red one. I'll get a green one.
All right.
H.
Go ahead and leave a comment if you want to see us do
Yes,
a
I
Smash
do.
Ball
If we
podcast.
I
get
leave a
10
comment where
comments, I'll agree to it.
I'm gonna do all 10 whenever I get home.
How about
Where
this?
are we gonna get the comments? Like we have no fucking place to get.
That's
a
why I'm
comment
trying to
anymore.
sell fucking Twitter.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
shitting on me.
You just sell it in the beginning because ain't no one listening at this point.
So here's a
Yeah.
question. Yeah.
no one listens.
Ain't nobody listen. Should we embrace the Microsoft Twitch? What is it called?
Mixer.
Mixer?
No.
I mean, it's a new audience
I've
now.
heard it's gonna be better.
Well, yeah.
There's better analytics, but
It's gonna work better.
I don't know.
I feel like
Did they buy what's his fuck?
I had some friends. They bought Ninja.
Yeah.
$10,000,000,000.
the number that's being floated around is 10 million. I think that's too low.
It's 10 million.
There's no way it's
But it's
just
static, and it's probably 10. a
All he's
year.
doing is switching, like stream service, and they paying $10 million to
Well,
switch.
and he's probably
switch stream
still
service.
getting tips.
Right.
Yeah, he's
But-
still making everything that he was making before, but they're also giving him $10 million to
Just
be
to switch the
exclusive to
service.
Switch.
Okay.
So it's getting a static. The problem
Twitch or the
yeah.
new one?
Mixer.
They probably with Mixer.
Okay.
He probably got some sort of back end too. Like there's got to be something else because 10 million is
Probably.
he's
because
making,
people
like,
are actually
500,000 a
talking
month.
about Mixer now is why that deal is worth so much. I mean,
Maybe
even
because of
us
that,
who
maybe
never,
not.
yeah,
So-
100%, because that's been
so-
around for. Sorry,
Well, the thing about being a streamer is that it's not a career you want to do for the rest of your life. Like,
Well,
a streamer
yeah.
life is not easy. Like, you're working like 14, 15 hours a day. And you have to be very engaging, also
Yeah.
good.
That's the same
So
thing with
it's-
vloggers and shit.
Yeah, it's a super hard job. So I think whatever money he's getting, it's lucrative and it's easy money. So
on
Yeah.
top of what he was already doing.
Like
yeah,
them daily
and
vloggers,
it's a
man.
static paycheck versus like at Twitch, it was all subscription. Like whereas he's getting static money from Microsoft. So even if it's just 10 million static for Microsoft, easy.
You're set for
Done.
a while, yeah.
See,
you can make
I-
shit content
here's
for a
here's
while.
the
and be
thing.
okay.
I don't think he was making more than $10 million a year on Twitch.
probably, yeah.
Even if it's up and down per month, like. But here's the other thing.
But Twitch subscriptions have been down, like degrading 10% per month for like the last 12 months.
because the internet, like consciousness is fleeting. They're on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So if you can keep it, and if you can keep the story, then it's worth it. But I mean, so I remember when the whole Jake Paul bit like really started blowing up into the mainstream. He was getting so many views per month. He was making $5-6 million a month. And now that's the peak of YouTube. Like that's the most. But $10 million a year seems low for what he would have been making on Twitch, because he was the #1 streamer to the point that like CNN was talking about this guy.
Jake Paul was on Twitch versus, Jake Paul was on YouTube
Yeah.
versus.
Is he getting paid because advertisers, Jake Paul, is because advertisers put their
Yeah.
videos that
Yeah,
or
AdSense
ads
versus
there?
Twitch, not so much. There aren't a whole lot
Subscriptions.
of ads.
Yeah, he was also getting endorsement deals and shit like that too, and he's one of the reasons why
Well-
Fortnite blew up.
And yeah, so on the back end, Epic Gaming or whatever, Epic is probably throwing him a whole lot of money to play a game. And he had I don't know a whole lot about Ninja, I'll be honest.
Around the short glass.
Yeah.
But Ninja does have like loot boxes. He does have franchise licensed material out in like
Yeah.
Walmart and Target. So he's getting his. So we're talking about video games.
That mic just got double blacked.
That it did.
Jesus Christ, you didn't leave a whole lot, did you?
There's not much in there. My stream is about as little as that.
All right, final taste on double black. What do you think?
Porn.
I like it,
Cheers.
but wine tastes pretty similar.
Yeah, especially if you drink them back to back like we are.
Yeah.
Or black to black.
Oh goodness.
Fuck you.
So I said we were going to put a pin into it and coming back around, but since we're talking about video games as we know it, and consoles and computer PC hardware as we know it is about to change.
Oh, here we go.
And it's because of cloud gaming.
Sorry.
I told you I was going to come back to it. But Google Stadia is going to change a lot of things, and it's forcing Microsoft and Sony to answer it. And the whole concept is, why pay for hardware that's going to be aged out after a couple of years when you can just pay for a subscription service and pay roughly the same amount, but then you just keep... It's like leasing a car versus buying a car.
Yeah.
And that's I have a little bit of knowledge on this, but that's what the IT industry in general is going towards. Is they are offering hardware as a service as opposed to buying, capital purchases for these big data centers and hardwares, when you can have companies that do that and then you just rent that on a monthly basis.
Yeah. And
so the deal is, with the next Microsoft console that's coming out, there's going to be a high-end version that actually has some hardware, but the rest of it is going to be cloud-based streaming.
But that only works if your ISPs cooperate.
Which they will,
yeah,
because Google will pay them. I mean, they already are. But I agree. It requires a decent internet connection, but it doesn't require as decent an internet connection as you think. But it is dependent on an internet connection, which is why single-player people aren't very happy about it.
Well, I mean, that's always been the thing with consoles. I mean, that's what caused all the uproar with One, which maybe that time is coming past, but...
Yeah.
The One, when it came out, people flipped their shit.
Yeah.
Did you see your baby one?
Little baby one. All right, we are finishing off with the Big Six Bourbon Barrel, aged 3 months, Cabernet Sauvignon.
3 months or 3 years?
3 months. Well, it says 3 months in a bourbon barrel. But I bring all that up to say, this is probably the last PC that I'm going to build, because in 4 years, the technology is be as such that it doesn't make sense for consumers to build PCs anymore.
You're not
at least
gonna be
not gaming PCs.
That guy with the 67 Mustang.
Just holding on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's be vintage. Vintage computers.
That is a vastly different smell and taste.
A lot. This is my favorite wine
You like this one?
so far. Well,
like
that
whiskey?
I've ever had. Yeah, I like that bourbon though.
Tum Tum is Tum Tum. All these tannins.
What?
That's anytime my stomach hurts, it's Tum Tum is Tum Tum.
Your stomach hurts?
It's just like
Little bit.
a code word for you guys for the next morning. If I say, my beard hurts. It means
I'm hungover.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah, beards.
beard's hurting and possibly being hungover. Shall we talk about the last concert we went to?
Oh, Friday.
please, anything.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
So we went and saw
Lil
Neck
Wayne.
Deep.
Yeah. So
Well, I didn't see Neck Deep. Not one.
one of
second
us
them.
went and saw Neck Deep.
Did
No,
you see them?
No, I got there right before Lil Wayne started.
How was Lil Wayne?
I mean, you were there.
I only saw the second.
Well, you saw everything you needed to
It was
see.
garbage.
So
He's a good entertainer, and I'm
Okay.
I understand
I like
that
Lil
people,
Wayne.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ. All right, let's sum up here. So sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
So
saw
you
Lil
and
Wayne.
Captain America showed up for Lil Wayne in Blink.
Well, somebody told me 8 o'clock.
No, we always said 9. Always said
No.
9.
I said I was gonna leave my place at 8.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought you said you were going to be there at 8.
Leave my place at 8.
So I
Oh,
left in
that was
order
absolutely wrong too.
to, yeah, I left in order to be there at 8. So I was sitting there for a good hour
By yourself?
by myself
No,
listening
because
to Lil
Captain
Wayne.
America got there.
It was 35, 40 minutes.
We got there before 9.
In my defense, I was an audible.
You were an audible, and I was surprised to see you, and I was happy to see you.
Yeah, so it's a last minute thing. Which, yeah. But yeah, I showed up.
Those tannins, though.
We showed up at 9, right? And that
Yeah,
was
it
like,
was about at 9.
what time did Lil Wayne show up? On stage.
I got there at 8. I had time to buy a beer, go in there, sit down, and reflect on my life for about 10 minutes.
Really? Before Lil Wayne started?
Yeah,
So his
it was
set was
about
only like
8:20.
45 minutes or
Yeah, it was
something?
real short.
Okay. I thought it was longer than that.
So yeah, so we were thinking like we showed up towards the end of his show because, I know Lil Wayne got really offended by people not showing up
prior to this show. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
He was
like,
there's rumors that he was going to pull out because no one cared to see him. But
Which-
I thought the crowd seemed to be enjoying his show.
There were a
Yeah,
lot of
other
people
than-
that were there to see Lil
To see
Wayne.
him. I thought
Yeah.
I didn't care for him. I thought it was okay. I've seen. I mean, we probably saw 8 of his songs. And
Yeah.
I was
Well, because
cool with
motherfucker was
one.
only doing 45 seconds. If you want people
Yeah,
to be there
but
for your
that's-
music, play the
No.
whole fucking song.
I thought that was cool. I thought that was a baller move. He got through every song that people wanted to hear.
Which I guess
regardless
made sense.
of, like, he pulled every fucking song out of his repertoire.
Made sense when I looked at his set list and it was like 25 songs long. I was like, how does he have a longer set list than Blink?
yeah.
But it's because he was doing little snippets of each
Yeah.
song.
I don't know.
And as I am a Lil Wayne fan, I like Lil Wayne's music. I think he's a great rapper. I think he's a great producer. I think it's good music.
He put on a good show. But
He put on a
listen,
good show.
I was over the music and over him and was ready to see.
It was so loud.
I was shitting on that guy last week. Like, I know it's on record. Like,
Yeah.
I was shitting on that guy. I was captivated.
Yeah.
I thought that guy had good energy. He was
Yeah. He
having
had
fun.
great energy.
And it was hot as fuck.
and he was just going to town.
His shirt was drenched.
I felt him.
Yeah.
I felt him when I saw like they did
Yeah.
like the close-ins with the camera
Yeah.
and like you could
He-
see water pouring off of his arms.
He was uncomfortable as shit, but he fucking rode it out.
Yeah.
I think he had a good time, which is what you want.
Yeah.
You hope the
Yeah.
artist has a good
I
time.
gained
the
a
crowd has
whole
a good
other sec-
time.
and-
And he's on a
I
tour
was
with
happy-
2 rock bands, I guess. I don't know
Yeah.
whatever the fucking
Neck
first
deep.
band.
Neck Deep.
Neck
I don't
deep
know.
is like, yeah.
They're a rockish band, so
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
on here completely to a crowd that's not his
I
style.
was happy that the crowd liked him. Too,
yeah, the crowd was
because-
into it for
okay,
sure.
That's
100%.
not my bit, but I'm happy that other people enjoyed it.
I looked
and that
around specifically
gave him
to see,
energy.
oh, is this place
Okay.
full? Hell yeah, it's full. Everybody seems to be
they were
enjoying
going
it. so
crazy.
There's
And
nothing-
I'm good for him. I'm glad.
There's
that
nothing
happened.
that I hate more than being at a show
And no
where
one
people
cares.
don't give energy to the. Because we've been there. Like,
Yeah.
and-
It sucks.
It does. It does. Especially like that. I think that's one of the hard parts about starting as an artist, as opposed to being like Lil Wayne or Blink-182.
Yeah.
Is like people know your music, people get into it.
yeah.
You got to earn that to get there.
Like,
Yeah.
fucking Municipal Waste last time they were here, they called us out. They're like, fucking Dallas, Texas, you fucking stuck up fuckers. Go sit in your fucking cell. Like,
Oh, really?
I've heard all
Damn.
this shit about Municipal Waste, and you guys suck.
That shit pisses me off whenever bands do that shit.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
like,
It's like, call us up, you know, do your shit.
so I went to a show one time and Circus Survive was supposed to be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anthony.
And
Green.
they were one of the it was like a kind of festival thing with like 5-6 bands, whatever. But they canceled whenever I was there because apparently the band got too drunk backstage. Just what I heard, they get too drunk backstage and they couldn't come on and play. And I hadn't heard much about their music before. And I know Drunk Brian really liked them and wanted to go there and see them, but I didn't know much about them. And since that show, I don't care for Circus Survive. They might be a great band, but that pissed me off. Like, you came to our show in Dallas, got too drunk to play, and canceled. That shit pissed me off. Fuck you. I'm not going to listen to your music. You're garbage.
Yeah, it's one thing if like you get sick or there's a car accident or if there's something that happens and you have to cancel
But
the
it was
show.
kind of well known that they got too drunk backstage and couldn't play because they were
Yeah.
too drunk. Fuck you. This is your job.
Fucking
to come
do your
play
job.
music. Yeah. And I lost respect for them. I didn't have any really to begin with, but
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
know much of
that
their music,
was-
and I was excited to hear about them because I knew like friends of mine liked them.
Yeah,
and
because
then
Anthony Green
they were too drunk and
at that
fuck
time he
them.
was supposed to be like the second coming of Jesus
Yeah.
vocally.
And I was like, oh, wow, okay, so y'all took this show real seriously.
Yeah.
Fuck your band. I'm not going to listen to your music.
that was like right when you left Savison, and Savison was really big. And
Oh,
yeah, he was the original singer for Savison.
gotcha. But the whole reason why we went to this show was
for Blink.
was for
and
Blink-182.
more specifically because they're going to play Enema of the State from start to finish.
Which we're really suckers for concerts where
They
our
play the
bands
they play the
their old
good
shit,
CDs.
like Coheed. And
That was
That
an awesome
Coheed show
That
was
Sum
so
41
good.
one.
yeah.
Some 41
Yeah.
wasn't that same way, was it?
They played no, was
They
it?
played a lot. Well, Some
thought they
41
played
only
it.
has like two
They
good
played
albums.
most of their old
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
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 But-
But Coheed.
okay.
They
Coheed
played-
was the
They
album
played
we
that
like
album,
start
yeah.
to finish.
Yeah.
And Keeping Secrets of the Third Kind or whatever.
Yeah.
And Keeping Secrets of the Third Kind.
Was it Welcome Home?
No.
No,
no.
that's the one after.
But that
That's
was
the
the one
song.
that they finished on.
Yeah.
That was the closing. That's one of my favorite live music experiences ever.
Yeah.
So fucking epic live. Oh.
Can we just mark that for like the rest of the...
Yeah, we can. But Blink-182.
Blink was good. It was super
I think
hot
all
again.
of us kind of grew up, right? Blink-182 was the first, like, I know it's pop punk, but it was the first rock album that I bought.
Yeah, so Enema of the State came out 20 years ago, which is why they were doing it in 1999.
But that was the
Yeah.
point
So
when
I
I
was
was. You know what the album that I bought before that was?
Cheshire Cat.
And I'm no. This is me self-reporting on something. It was an NSYNC album.
Oh, goodness.
That was the I
Backstreet.
bought NSYNC album or like Backstreet Boys or some shit like that. It was a pop band.
NSYNC and Kid Rock for me.
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah. I owned
Fuck you.
I owned my own copy of Britney Spears "Hit Me Baby One More Time."
Well,
Like,
I mean,
oh, but
just
she
to
was
look at the
beautiful,
cover
yeah.
art, right? Like,
Boom.
She could hit my baby one more time. Yes.
but it was Blink-182. Really liked it, and then Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory was the next
Yeah.
one that I bought.
best album.
And then like I bought Limp Bizkit and Eminem. Like it
Yeah,
really
yeah.
took me into
They gotta
like
get me
more
Good
good
music.
yeah.
Not to say that NSYNC or Backstreet Boys is not good
no, they're
music,
not.
but it
and I
is.
enjoy some of
It's pop music.
Blink.
It's
But yeah.
it's formulaic.
NSYNC and
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake's got some good songs.
I will say, so yeah, the first song where I got in trouble for watching MTV too was "What's My Age Again?" as those three idiots walked or ran naked down the street. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, man, what a great time to be alive.
It was
As
so
a
good.
young adolescent,
Yeah.
trying to learn about your life and who you are and about music.
those guys were they were perfect, and maybe that's weird, and that's maybe why people make fun of them because they don't grow up. But
Yeah.
that was a cool era for our age.
Yeah, it was, and they're not that much older than us. 10 years, maybe.
Yeah,
Well, that album came out
99. So
99
20 years ago.
20 years ago, and they were saying nobody likes you when you're 23.
See,
so they're in their
were
40s.
they 23 then? Yeah, so they got to be mid
They're
40s.
still, like-
They're about
Just
20
a
years
little
older than
older.
us.
Yeah,
So they're pushing into their 40s and 50s.
10 years.
Well, I mean, I can Google this.
Do it,
Would
yeah.
you like? Okay.
Because mid 40s for them would be 10 years.
Are we gonna go off Mark Hoppus?
go off of Mark because he's
The
I'd say he's 46.
because Travis
That's my
was
guess.
an original member.
No.
I learned that after the fact.
Scott was the original drummer. The first album that
And Adam,
1972. So what does that make him? 47. Almost 50. Yeah, we were right
15
in there.
years. Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Did you think that Skibba did a good job of doing the Tom parts,
I thought it.
singing wise?
So I mean,
He couldn't get us high, obviously, but I think he did.
musically wise, he did fine. The problem was, and we already knew it, but they weren't going to do the Enema State bit that was so good, which was the "fuck you" bit between Mark and
all right. Oh,
which we knew it. Like, and I'm glad they didn't try to fake it. Like,
they didn't, but there
they
were
did a couple.
They did. There was a couple of them like
Where's My Asian Friend? They did that.
Where's My Asian Friend? They did
Yeah.
You're So Beautiful to
Travis.
Travis. I mean, they did
yeah,
some
but,
of those
but those aren't like quips that like
between Mark and Tom.
yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't. Hey, Mark. Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
hey. You guys think it's weird whenever you try and walk around your house in your mom's clothes and try and seduce your dad? You remember that time when we went into your house and your brother had peanut butter all over his balls and said, "Here you go.
Here's the Skippy."
Who likes the Skippy peanut butter?" Yeah, that stuff. They didn't do it too much, but they did bring Satan in, which I thought was
Real quick.
Satan has like been a staple.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I've got to go now.
It was great.
Good show. It was hot,
It was really hot.
which I thought was kind of
I was
surprised.
so hot at that point.
Sweating.
I
Everybody
think
was sweating.
I took off all my shirts.
And your jacket.
Yeah.
This guy.
They played some "Take Off Your Pants and Jacket," which I was
They did.
super happy about.
What did they play? They played First Date.
Down.
Down,
The
down,
first-
down.
Yeah,
That's
Did they
on
play Rock
Blink-182,
Show?
though.
Rock Show.
I think
yeah,
they
they
played
played Rock
Rock
Show.
Show, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the one that the Dallas dude played.
Was it
Oh,
Rock
okay,
Show?
yeah.
Yeah, he played Rock Show.
Okay, I thought
Flash.
that. Fuck, I was.
No, he played Rock Show.
So shout out to was it Dos Equis Pavilion?
Yeah.
They serve 24-ounce beers, and I fucking love that. But I had like 6 of those fuckers,
Yeah, for
and I already had like
$15.
No, they were
$15.
13, I think. Well,
Okay.
if you got the premium one.
Yeah, if you got Dallas Blonde or Dos Equis, they were expensive.
If you
But
got
like Bud Light or Miller Lite, I think it was 12.
or 13. Yeah,
Which for a
Not that
24-ounce beer at a concert isn't too bad.
yeah. Because
But
Stars games are $11.50,
Yeah.
$12.50, some shit. But that's what you're paying. That's
that-
$6 a beer.
That shit is hot.
that's
And
not
that bathroom is literally hell.
That was the hottest bathroom I've ever.
I
been in.
walked outside and thought I walked into air conditioning.
It was funny when people were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, you walked in there and it was like a heater.
Literally, do they have the
So
heaters?
hot.
They have to have the exhaust running from the fryers from the state fair, just pumping in fucking corn dog frying oil into that bitch.
But it would have smelled so much better. It was
would've.
the hottest bathroom I've ever been in my life.
Like, all you got to do is put some
Could you
fans.
imagine-
How
man.
is
Take
it
a
hotter in here?
Could you imagine if you had to take a shit in there?
Oh my god!
Just
You died of
pouring
heat exhaustion
sweat.
before it came out.
Maybe that's what
Just
happened to
walk
Elvis.
out of the
Yeah, that was
walk
Elvis.
out of the stall, just pouring sweat.
His
It was
colon exploded
Like, are you okay in
from
there?
expansion.
It was so hot, and then everybody in
That
there
was
just
incredibly hot.
pissing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah,
I did not wash my hands once, but
I did.
I thought it was for self-preservation.
What happened to Captain America? You just
he bailed for a little while. He said he had to go find a friend.
No, he did. He had friends that were out on the lawn, so he went out to go. He told me when he got there he was going to go find them.
Which he wanted to get launch
He just
tickets
didn't
at
say
first.
anything to us whenever he
that's fine.
disappeared.
Yeah, I
but
went
he
to go
came
buy a
back.
beer
He
from the
wasn't
usher.
impressed. He was not impressed with the
Yeah.
show.
With the Blink?
I thought it was great.
I mean, he came out of nowhere saying he wanted to go, so I figured
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we didn't really throw it out there that we were going to go.
no.
And yeah, I mean, I just didn't expect anybody else to actually want to go.
Yeah.
So I'm impressed that he wanted to go.
I figured Blue may have wanted to go if he could get off.
We
work,
asked him, but yeah, he couldn't get off work.
We got Polar Bear Cub.
And
I-
I owe you for tickets. Yeah, I need Thursday.
I thought it was perfect as far as like them playing the music. It sounded like
sounded
record quality,
Yeah.
which is something that Lil
Bucket
Wayne did
list,
not
yeah.
have. But yeah, bucket list. Blink-182 has been on my bucket list. I wish I would have seen them from
Yeah,
2009 to
That was the first time I
2013.
had seen them, both of you.
But
Yeah.
'Cause I saw
To be
them
fair-
back in the day.
to be
fair.
fair, we got to see Enema of the State. Like
Yeah.
we would have seen shitty ass like neighborhoods.
California or
No,
neighborhoods.
I saw them right before Blink-182 came out. Like around the
well,
same time as
Okay,
Mark Thomas
so
Travis Show.
I didn't live here then.
They didn't come to
so,
Amarillo?
They lived
No.
here, but I didn't go to
Listen,
shows.
Like
First time I
when I
saw
was
them was
younger.
there.
I've told you
at
guys,
Dos
like
Equis.
we saw Hinder
with
and fucking
With
Saliva and Flyleaf.
God,
like
those are
3 times
trash
a month.
bands. And Evanescence.
Evanescence. Yeah,
Garbage.
I've seen.
Wake Seether.
Wake me up inside.
Sorry, guys.
If you're a fan of that kind of music,
It's
I
fun.
think more
I
power
think
to you.
Avril was through Amarillo. I don't think Paramore ever came through.
By the way, if Paramore comes through, I'm down.
I'll go.
I'm confused by your argument.
What's that? Paramore's good music.
Avril went through Amarillo. Paramore did not.
Yeah, because Avril's a better band.
It's a human. That's not a
But
band.
one of those is a venue.
And one of them is fuck you.
Is not.
What?
Avril sucks. But I'd
Well, I get that point. I don't understand what the argument he's making.
slide many
So
longer.
let's
Because they-
associate the venue.
Because-
I dox myself, but
Because Amarillo, or
So we
because
have-
Avril went through Amarillo.
yeah,
Avril's a shittier band.
Yes. Because shit bands go through that shit city.
yeah. So you have
I'm gonna
Saliva.
pull the like top 20 bands of all time, and they've all gone through Amarillo.
Yeah,
No,
at
you're
some
wrong.
point in their life,
You're wrong.
has Metallica gone through Amarillo?
Yes,
No.
100%.
You're
I
absolutely
will
Did
bet
Elton
you
John go
$25 right now that Metallica has played Amarillo.
Probably.
Oh,
Has Eric
fucking
Clapton gone
go.
through? Queen?
Oh,
Ain't no way.
fucking go.
Uh-oh, they're about to fight. I'm breaking up a fist fight right now.
The only thing
Stay back, boys.
that I'm worried about is the Hastings concerts, which are private.
I don't even know what that means.
Hastings was a private company that sold
Greg
CDs
Hastings?
and books that the private.
By the way, did y'all enjoy Greg Hastings?
Tournament paintball?
Yeah, oh my god, I played the shit
I
out of
shot that guy at D-Day.
Metallica set
Where
list. Amarillo Civic Center, Amarillo, Texas, USA.
When?
January 22nd, 1989.
it. Oh my gosh.
In their heyday.
That was
Before your time,
Dude,
though.
no.
I don't
That's
think that counts.
about a year after you were birthed.
I don't think that counts.
It does count.
No.
I
That was in their heyday, though.
All right, so was your point that you could have seen them?
I mean,
Yes.
he was like one, so
Okay. Let's continue searching.
like literally one.
So
Look up.
U2.
Oh my god.
U2's played fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, look up
They
U2
probably-
Amarillo.
they probably-
Bono
played here,
has
by the way.
impregnated more women at this
Yeah.
point than Attila the Hun.
Them
Look up
titties I've
U2
seen.
in Amarillo. I fucking guarantee you. If it's not, I'll drink the rest of that fucking wine bottle.
hold on.
right
No,
now.
you won't,
Hold
because
on.
I want some more of it. God damn it.
Let me get some more of that.
You can do that with Keystone. You can't do that shit with some nice barrel 6 wine, whatever the fuck it is.
Done. Bam. How about that? By the way, she almost
Amarillo.
In my lifetime. It's got to be in my lifetime, too.
Well, Metallica was.
In your, yeah, it was.
Existence.
Recognizable lifetime, so
From 10 to,
10. Yeah.
okay.
10 to duh.
98.
10 to 98? Oh, 98 to,
Yeah.
Present.
okay.
Who are we looking up? U2?
This
We-
is actually kind of hard to find.
We got Tool in 2008, I think.
By the
after
way-
I left.
Did y'all just see that Tool got on Spotify?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
they did.
They're
They got-
dropping a new album.
They got 2
That's
million.
why.
I fucking
Speaking
called
of
it.
else who has dropping a new album,
Who?
DGD.
Yeah.
And who else is dropping a new album
Yeah.
come September? You ready for this?
What?
Blink-182.
Post Malone.
Oh!
I thought we were talking about relevant things.
He might be more relevant than any band previously mentioned.
You mentioned DGD though.
Yeah, and I love DGD, and they are coming out with a new album because Wolf Swan just put out yesterday a thing of
Did he?
recording this new album. This new DGD album has been so much fun.
I will say, I've been listening to the instrumental stuff. I think I like it more than the vocalized. It's really fun.
I'll have to listen to some of it.
I don't know.
I haven't listened to that much. I mean, I listened to a lot of that new album last.
Mothership.
Was that the newest one? I
I
listened to a lot of it last summer.
Not Mothership.
With what was it? My favorite song is number 4.
I like the first one off of, not their most recent album, but the one before it. You know what I'm
Yes,
talking
I-
about?
fucking with
Fuck, what is that song called?
All right, so I cannot currently find any example. Well,
Because U2 has never been to fucking Amarillo, Texas, you motherfucker.
Artificial Selection. That's the
Metallica was the original bet, motherfucker.
Suspended in This Disaster. That's the song I'm thinking of.
Oh, here we go. They're gonna be there today.
No, get
What?
out of
Who?
here. You too?
You too.
Is it Amarillo?
Amarillo today.
You're wrong, though.
Is that Big G? Oh no. Okay. Oh, sorry.
It's
Sorry.
you blue.
The wine is getting to me. I looked up U2 Amarillo, Texas, and the first thing that popped up said today. But it's Big G at Esquire Jazz Club. Whew. That was hilarious. I hope everybody else was laughing
It's
along
about
with
to
me.
drop the fisticuffs.
I thought they were legit there.
Yeah.
U2 is not found on this page.
We need to go to every concert that we can go to.
I've dropped like $3,000 on concerts in the last year.
I thought you said we should go to more concerts like a year ago.
Yeah, until I dropped $3,000 on concerts.
Speaking of concerts, we should go see Sabaton
When are they coming?
in October.
Here, right?
Yeah, House of Blues.
What day?
It's on a Tuesday in October.
Yeah.
October, early October.
I can look it up.
I'll
Tuesday's
be
gonna
out
be-
last
oh my
weekend.
God.
Oops, sorry. Last weekend in October, I will be out of town.
Oh,
be in California.
you're gonna be in
I don't think it's the last one.
Halloween? You're gonna be gone?
Yeah, I'll be out.
What
of
the
town.
frick?
Yeah, I'll be in California.
California
Yeah.
Sorry.
is good to the homeless. California. October 8th. Tuesday, October 8th.
I'll be here. Let's go.
Let's do it. I'm in talks with Goose to see if he can come.
You're intoxicated?
I am intoxicated.
Hey,
What's
remember
case?
when we can do X-Ball?
Yeah, is that going to happen?
We had one quasi practice where
Next
we played
year?
woods ball.
Yeah, that really turned me off. I did not want to play fucking woods ball. And I almost died because climbing
yeah,
hills.
Woods ball sucks.
Yeah, so X-Ball's not gonna happen.
Dude, it's so much
X-ball will
easier.
happen. Exactly. You just have to play and then you sit for 3 minutes. It's like playing hockey. I was pretty good at hockey and I'm in about the same shape I was.
X ball is so much better than Woods ball.
I wasn't actually good at it. I was okay.
Cardio, guys, get in cardio. I might
Cardio.
be in trouble myself.
Uh-oh.
He's got 2 broke knees
I got one broke knee
and a broke hip.
and a broke hip.
So can we do the thing where Wasn't there a guy that played like a tournament, but he was in a wheelchair, like one of
No.
the powered wheelchairs?
No
That'd be
way.
me.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's have a bit. They'll have sympathy on us.
No. We would get shot off breaks so fast.
Can I put like a
Could
helium
you
balloon
imagine if
behind
we
me?
literally played every prelim game, 5 dudes in a power wheelchair just getting shot off break and not shooting anyone every time, getting skunked?
Just murdered. And then, we put it on like Mother Jones or some shit, and then people were like, aggressive teams beat up on a handicap team.
One team shows mercy.
We shoot
then-
one player.
We all stand up and murk them.
Yeah, we murk them, but always show us the breakout, and then we fucking
Bit
"Oh."
is you gotta power your wheelchair to your first bunker, and then from then on you can bump normally. You gotta leave your wheelchair at the first bunker.
I mean, for normal
If we're
people
doing
that
that
need
with
it,
our
or
friends,
This is our
that's
bit.
fine.
All right.
If we're doing that with our friends, that's fine. But
Could you imagine playing on a team
wheelchairs
doing
are
the same thing?
expensive as fuck. So
yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
how are we gonna afford 10 wheelchairs?
Yeah,
it's
fuck.
like $10,000.
All for a dumb bit.
Bits are fun though.
Bits are fun.
I just wish we had, the kind of
I'm
money
gonna win that lottery here soon.
damn straight.
Where's that Axelrod money?
Bobby Axelrod. I don't know. The fucking stock market's taking a dump.
Is it? Dang it. Things my stocks are going bad.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Do you have
Well,
socks?
We're almost out of wine, boys.
We need more. One more bottle.
This
What
is
fucking
why-
time is it?
Where
Game
we
time.
at? Yeah.
Oh goddamn!
Is it about that time?
I'm pretty close. Take a guess.
1
hour and
27.
25, 27?
Yeah.
We're at an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh my god. We're like
Holy
15
shit.
over.
Why did you let this happen?
Okay.
I was looking up like when
Why'd
you
you
two
let
played
this
in
happen?
Amarillo.
Goodbye, everybody. This has been the wine week.
This has been the wine week.
This will never happen again. I'm so sorry.
No, it'll happen.
If you made
many
it
more
this
times.
far, comment the number 378.
And I love you.
H.
I'm D.
I'm Mateo.
I'm JT.
We got
Sorry.
more wine to drink.
Love y'all.